Hi, I'm Emily McMorrin, and I have a company. Well, I have two companies actually. One of my companies is called Emily Jane's Healing Energetics, and I specialize in holistic health, really, from a physical, mental, and spiritual perspective. And this is my Pussycat Tinkerbell. I've actually been in business for 30 years, primarily, and still now actually, with a finance-based business as well. So some people think that, well, how could you do the holistic side and that doesn't really go with the finance? Well, I've always been exceptionally creative in whatever I do, and exceptionally caring, as well as Tinkerbell purring. So for me, there's really no difference. It's all parts of who I am. So I thought today I would talk about something of three acronyms: FEAR, faith, and F.I.N.E, and how to move from fear, which is false evidence appearing real, through faith, which is first attain integrity, truth, and honesty, in order to come in to a state of being fine, fabulously integrated, nourished, and enriched. Why have I chosen such a subject? Well, we've now, since the 24th of July, got a situation in the UK where there's a recommendation by the government that we should all wear masks in shops, all shops and shopping centres, as well as the trains and buses, etc., and tubes. Well, this is based on evidence that we've got a highly dangerous situation with something which is going to kill so many people. The actual facts are, though, that 99.7% of people survive. 99.7% of people survive from this condition, which is going around at the moment. So why all the fear? Why all the false evidence appearing real? Why all this emphasis on such a thing? And what can we do about this personally and collectively? The actual odds, which I've stated below, and I've given the link to the video of where I found this information, in America, of actually dying from this condition, if you're over 65, is 1 in 500, which is the worst category. If you are a baby through to the age of 24, it's 1 in 250,000 people. So it will make you wonder why all the schools and colleges and universities have been shut. False evidence appearing real. The actual odds of being killed just walking along the street apparently is 1 in 541 people. So actually that's pretty much evens if you're over 65 of actually getting this condition, which is going around at the moment, supposedly. Although I do believe such things do disappear in the summer. There's also a lot of testing going on. Well, my understanding from the science that I've been reading and watching about is that the actual tests that they're sending out to people were never intended to actually test as a diagnosis. It was more of a possible screening, and also comes with a caveat. A dear friend of mine received a letter from the NHS asking if she would like to go and have this test. Within the letter, it actually stated that there was no guarantee that the test would be accurate, and could even come up with a false positive. Interesting. Why would one do a test in such an instance? I also further understand that if you even had this condition, this bug, then and you've had it within the last 6 months, even if you haven't got it now, it would pick up that you had it 6 months ago. So it's not really a very accurate thing. What it is being used, though, to do is to actually increase the fear factor and give further good reasons of why we should all go around with a muzzle on. It's not so good, really, if one is talking like this and one has got a muzzle on, is it, really? Because you don't really hear the person very well. It also means that we lose half of our face. So it's half of our identity. And the most important bit, which is our smile. Smiling is so important and so uplifting. If we are going around and we cannot see anyone smiling, and we see everyone going around in masks, then that will increase the fear factor, surely, won't it? So, what can we do to get out of this false evidence appearing real? Well, I love the word faith. Have faith. Have faith. Well, I was thinking last night and pondering with a beautiful friend of mine who said, please don't do this to me, because I'm going to start now thinking of an acronym for that word as well. So I came up with first, attain integrity, truth, and honesty. And this will then allow us to come into a state of feeling fine, fabulously integrated, nourished, and enriched. Well, firstly, what is faith? And there's my wonderful Angels of Atlantis oracle cards, which are by Stuart Pearce. The Archangel Raziel, which is a really, really lovely card, that one, actually has faith. So what does Archangel Raziel have to say about faith? Faith wishes to be present at this time of your life, and Raziel similarly desires to help you. Make a sacred call to this Archangel as you make your leap of faith when courage is needed to flee from all that is familiar. As you embark on your new adventure, the subtle vapors of the universal mysteries will support you. Ask yourself, what is it that needs releasing from my life? If you hang on to a thought, a feeling, or a situation that needs releasing, it will only worsen. Let go and let God in, and chant the sacred syllable Om to bring in the divine. Well, yeah, Om, I actually have, one of my tuning forks is actually tuned to the vibrations of Om, which is the universal sound. It is the sound that the universe makes, apparently, and is known to help bring ourselves into a state of balance. So just, if you're feeling a bit anxious or stressed, just taking a moment, taking a breath, going Om, and immediately you feel calmer. Really do feel calmer. So what a wonderful interpretation of faith. So faith is letting go of anything that's worrying and bothering you, and moving away from that, leaving it behind, and letting go, and trusting again as well. Integrity was one of the words that I used there. And Haniel, Archangel Haniel, from the Angels of Atlantis, she has an interpretation of integrity that I'd like to share. There is a need for you to take a look at the essential parts of your life and the notion of integration. The force of integrity within Haniel turns untruthful challenges into opportunities for truthful acceleration, just as the eternal compasses of life teach that truth brings us to integration and centeredness in life. The ancient scales will always weigh your heart for truth. Say a prayer to Haniel, who will then help you clarify any illusion and move you to what is absolutely pure within your soul. And say the words Ra, Ma, Ti, Ma, Ra. This is an ancient Atlantean chant that will help to strengthen you and bring sacred clarity, and you will consequently feel blessed. So here, the force of integrity within Haniel turns untruthful challenges into opportunities for truthful acceleration. Interesting. Untruthful challenges changed into opportunities for truthful acceleration. Truth, so integrity and truth is covered there. So first, attain integrity, truth, and honesty. Integrity is being integrous and in your own integrity. What is right for you? What is your truth? What is your truth? And how honest are you being with yourself? If, for example, there are many, many conditions which exempt you from wearing a mask, I've listed them below for you to look at. One of the first ones is anxiety. Now, I don't know of anybody who would feel a lack of anxiety wearing a mask, because immediately you put a mask on, a feeling of anxiety comes around naturally, apart from the fact that you can't really breathe so well. It's also the fact that, oh no, I might have something, or they might have something. Oh, we're going to spread it. Oh my goodness, we're going to go and get something. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be poorly. Oh no, we're back to the fear again, which, as we've established, is false evidence appearing real, because 99.7% of people survive, if they even get it. And I also saw an incredibly interesting video the other day, which is looking at the science again. And in this, it actually said that it's not antibodies we need to be looking at, it's T cells. And T cells are related to, if we've had colds or flus or things like that in the past, we actually, 80% of us have T cells in our bodies, which means that we are totally immune to getting this virus in the first place, this bug. That puts it into perspective too, doesn't it? So that means that why again are they ratcheting up the fear for putting a needle in our arms with whatever on earth they're going to put in it? Some rather nasty things by what I've been reading and watching about. Why is there the need? If 99.7% of us survive anyway, even if we get it, and 80% of us actually have got the T cells in our bodies, which means we're already immune to this. So what's the fear factor about? It is claiming our truth, claiming our own integrity, attaining these, and being honest with ourselves and honest with others. That if actually the thought even of wearing a mask makes you feel anxious, you are naturally exempt. And I also discovered, and again that's listed below, is that you do not have to go and carry a card around with you or wear a lanyard. And it is actually against your human and privacy rights to be challenged for not wearing one of these masks. So that's really important. So we then move on to F.I.N.E. Well, F.I.N.E, I don't know if you, like me, was always told that F.I.N.E was, are you fine, or are you just okay? Or are you freaked out, insecure, neurotic and emotional? Or are you just all right? Well, a few years ago, 4 years actually, I was driving along in the car and I was listening to a really fabulous man, very uplifting, very spiritual being. And he's talking about challenges in life and that actually we're all fine and he's fine. I'm going, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to change the acronym. So as I was driving along, I came up with an alternative, which was fabulously integrated, nourished and enriched. And it feels much better than freaked out, insecure, neurotic and emotional. So I find myself that if I'm feeling a little, a bit anxious about what's going on, hang on a minute, let's go into feeling fabulously integrated, nourished and enriched. Because when we are that, again, it's coming back to integrity, integrous and integration, fabulously integrated. If we're integrated within ourselves and we feel nourished and we are enriched and we can nourish our bodies, naturally we can keep our immune systems high by having plenty of vitamin C, by vitamin D, by going out in the sun for 15-20 minutes a day, vitamin A, which is wonderfully easy through carrots, vitamin C is blueberries, kiwis, lemons, oranges, all those kind of things, lots of vitamin C there. And zinc is through eggs, for example, yeah? Eggs, but also plantain. Plantain has a lot of zinc in it too. The second volume of my Alchemist Cookbook series will be majoring on the minerals and vitamins, actually, as the theme. I'm still working on it though. It's quite a big tome. Yeah, it's a big project really. So that's my message today. Move from false evidence appearing real through firstly attaining integrity, truth and honesty, so that you can become fabulously integrated, nourished and enriched. Being in yourself, feeling into what's right for you and doing it with pride and with confidence and being well. And so I wish you well today from myself and Tinkerbell. Yeah, there's Tinkerbell, beautiful girlie. She's very good at being fabulously integrated, nourished and enriched. She's nourished hugely and enriched hugely. And cats are a wonderful, wonderful soother, actually. So I know that if you have cats, they are just so relaxing and beautiful and lovely. So thank you so much indeed for listening. And those are my thoughts for today. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.